Startup delay. I hate it when this happens. I can't tell if we're live. Man.
Well,
Good morning, everyone. Here we are. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fuel for Success. This is the 259th episode, and I am excited to be here this morning for 5 reasons. And I'm only going to tell you two of them. One is because we've got some amazing viewers with us here today. Thank you so much for sticking with us and being here. It's good to see each and every one of you. The second reason I'm excited is my best friend in the whole world, Matt Maddox, is right here. We get to hang out 3 times a week and chat and have a talk show and bring value and deliver content to people. And what a blessing it is to me, honestly. So good morning, my friend.
and good morning to you and Mike. Thank you for your kind words. But listen, we got business to take care of, and the first order of business is that my best friend in the whole world, the one and only Mike Hopkins, is 40 something years old today. Happy birthday, man. I'm so fond of you as a friend that I'm tempted to sing happy birthday to you, but I'm going to let our viewers sing it, so let's all do it together, guys. Mike, you're 45 years old, but you're still young,
Right.
you're still vibrant, and you still crushed it in your cardio yesterday. So, like they say, age is just a number, dude. You outwork most 21-year-olds. So, how you feel, man? Tell us the top 3 things you learned in your first 45 years of life.
Number one, take care of your body because you only get one of them. Listen, I understand that there's priorities in the spiritual realm and family and all of that stuff. But when this thing shuts down, you're all done. It doesn't matter what kind of vision God puts in your head, what kind of, dreams and things you have. But when your body's done, you're done. So take care of your body. Uh, Number two, you know what? Take care of your family and spend time with them. Um, you make the most of every moment you have with everybody that's a member of your family. And number three, enjoy people. Listen, there's a country song, and you'll have to forgive me, but the song is God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. And I'm not so sure about the middle part, but I know the first and the last are true. God is great, and people are crazy. But you know what? You got to learn to just embrace it and love people. And so I love people and all their craziness, all their quirkiness, all their differences, and just the eclectic nature of everybody. Man, I mean, what a rich blessing we have to be able to interact and connect with people. So those are my top 3 things.
Mike, I will tell you right now, we both appreciate good country music. You quoting that song right there, that made me a good laugh right there. But that is a good song. It's got a good story in it. But yeah, I'm with you. But happy birthday to you, man. And I hope
Thanks.
you at least get out of the office for a little bit today. But true entrepreneurs work on their birthday. Are you kidding me? We don't take
Just another day.
birthdays off. Yeah. We say, after everyone says happy birthday on text and Facebook, we say thank you and we keep working, right?
That's right. Hey, awesome, Lance. So this is awesome. So a girl who lives in the basement suite, overheard your rant on Diet Coke and has given up Diet Coke. So by like proxy, you've impacted someone, and thank God for that because Diet Coke kills people.
Kills people.
So
We saved another one, Mike.
first of all, good for her. Yeah,
To the
good
girl
for
that
her.
rents Lance basement, shout out to you and congratulations, girl. You'll be glad you did.
Right.
You're right,
I told
Pacey.
my wife.
What's that?
Lance says she told my wife she heard some guy yelling about Diet Coke. I love that.
I
Hey, yeah, it is a great milestone, Pacey. I put away the Copenhagen and the cigarettes.
Big
It's funny.
breakthrough in Mike's life as he's getting healthy, Pacey.
Hey, so 2 things. One is I did crush it on my cardio yesterday, and I'll say this: every once in a while, you got to just get ticked.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing my cardio, like my legs are burning, and I'm like, oh man, I can't. And I'm just like, you know what? Today's breakthrough day, and I pushed it. I told my body, you know what? You're done. You're not telling me.
Right here. Run. You know what it is? Sometimes you got to get mad in life. Sometimes you got to get angry. You know, Bible says be angry and sin not. You got to learn how to channel your anger. And believe it or not, some of you can get out of debt if you get mad enough. Some of you can lose weight if you get mad enough. Some of you could have a better marriage if you get mad enough. Sometimes you got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And sometimes you got to just channel the frustration towards change. You know, you go to snap those pants and they won't snap. And you're just so mad about it, right? That you got to just say, okay, I'm sick of this. I'm losing weight once and for all. I'm joining My Health 90 today. Just got to get mad about it. You're so mad that it makes you join.
It's good. Hey, so I had something else that just left in my grandpa brain. So I was asking the viewers, what do I do about the birthday cake thing today?
We got to bring that before our My Health 90 group.
Yeah.
What do we do?
But in reality, today is our health and fitness show, and so we do have some health and fitness related questions, and related to, you know, you try to live a healthy life. You're looking at doing lifestyle changes, do the best you can to live healthy, but things happen, like, you know, it's your birthday and everybody expects you to eat cake and all of those sort of things. So the first question I have for you is first of all, why is it so hard to overcome temptation to eat bad when these things happen, when you have, you know, these foods in front of you, or you know, access to foods that aren't going to be healthy for you, and you know that it's not healthy for you? Why is it still so hard?
Well, I don't want anybody to think I'm a bad dad with what I'm about to say, but I was at the baseball game with my son, and of course, you know, when you go in, the first thing you start doing is smelling all the foods, right? And everybody's got
Right.
a cheeseburger, a pizza, and French fries, and you know, everybody has them, and you're smelling it. You know, rarely do I tell Caleb no. Not because he's, you know, because I spoil him, but just because, you know, he doesn't ask for much. So rarely do I need to say no, but he asked me if he asked me if he could get a cheeseburger. And I said, no, you can't. And he was like, you serious, Dad? And I was like, yeah. I was like, you're not getting a cheeseburger. He's like, why? He goes, I'm hungry. And I was like, no. I was like, you're not getting a cheeseburger. What we're going to do is we're going to get some water with lemon and you're going to split a peanuts. He goes, wow, is it tough right now? You guys tight on money? I was like, no, I can buy you 10 cheeseburgers right now. I was like, but it's the principle of what I'm teaching you. The reason you want a cheeseburger is not because you really want a cheeseburger. It's mental. And what you're going to do is you're going to train your body that you have the ability to be in this environment and not eat because of the smells and because everybody else doing it. And it literally is a psychological thing. And, you know, as a dad, I wanted to train him. I wanted him to go through the discipline and the pain of saying no to the cheeseburger. And after we started drinking the water with lemon and eating the peanuts, he looked back up at me and goes, you know what, Dad? He goes, I'm glad you didn't let me get the cheeseburger. Well, here's the deal, Mike. Don't you wish everybody had someone in our life that could tell us no? And unfortunately, many of us don't. And it wasn't, again, other times I might have let him have a cheeseburger because I believe in moderation. But I knew why he wanted it. I knew that he had just eaten it I knew that he had just had breakfast about an hour before the game, or not breakfast, but a juice. I knew that he was really full. His body was full. But he psychologically thought. So, Mike, because of the smells of food and how it's always around us, you know, we don't live in an environment or a culture of healthy living. So
True.
the smells and the sights, and it's the mind, it's the psychology, believe it or not, of food, that we think we want it, we think we have to have it, and if we don't get it, we feel like we're being deprived. You know, it's like, you know, it's just one of those things where the reason why it's tough is because we're so used to being surrounded by bad food, and of course, when you smell it, it does smell good.
Right.
But I will tell you this, that even when you detox your body and you juice like you should and you get all the toxins out of your body, believe it or not, the things that once used to smell good will literally not even smell as good to you anymore. As far as food, I go and smell some of that stuff and I'm like, oh, smell that
Yeah.
grease. Seriously, my body's changed to that degree. But yeah, I mean, that's a real temptation. I go through it. Don't think I don't go through it. And I'm a pizza lover. So when I see people at the ball game carrying 2 big old slices of pizza down the steps, and I see them fold it up and just eat it, you don't think I go through temptation? Here's the deal about temptation, Mike. You got to go through it. Most people are not tough here because they don't make themselves train. They don't make themselves face the cupcake and not eat it. They don't make themselves say no. Like, you know what? I could eat this, but I'm purposely not going to, just to train myself. And literally, Mike, that's where it comes down to. It comes down to, are you going to develop good habits and power to say no, when you
Yeah.
whenever you it's kind of like get in the habit of practicing this stuff. Even moments when you can have something, don't have it, just to train your body and your brain that you can do it.
Right. Sometimes you got to just, as like yesterday in my cardio, when I hit that moment where I just decided I was gonna, I told myself, you know what, you're not just gonna do average today. You're gonna push it. And sometimes you got to tell your body that. And what's great about it is, as you said, when your body begins to adjust, uh, your tastes change, right? There's the old saying, you are what you eat, but you also eat what you are. So the things that you consume are the things that you'll desire in your life. And a great example of that is, as I've mentioned before on the show, I did a 21-day juice only fast for very specific reasons, to detox after a bout with Lyme's disease. And at the end of that, we were actually on our way to Dallas for a Soul Winners boot camp, and we stopped on the way because I'd been juicing. And to break my fast, we went to a place called Pizza Ranch in Iowa, which is like a pizza buffet. And literally, I mean, like, pizza in front of me, I'm like, ugh, this smells terrible. I mean, like the smell of the pizza just, ugh, it was yucky. But then, you sort of get back in the flow of it and you start eating unhealthy again, and now your body begins to crave it again. So
Yeah,
it's an
absolutely.
extreme example, but it's true.
It is true. And don't
Um,
forget that sometimes the chemicals that are put in this food that we eat are put in there purposely to make you crave. And that's no
right.
joke. Like the chemistry, the way that they develop certain chemicals that they put in these foods, it's crazy that there's strategies to actually cause you to want to crave this more so you keep buying it. It's a money thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, so let me ask you this then, and this is, and Christy, I'm going to get to your question in just a little bit. We'll save the one for tomorrow about talking to your kids, and then we'll talk about the detox stuff in a minute. But let me ask you this first, Matt, and this is something we deal with a lot. And even yesterday, I think the day 50 on My Health 90 yesterday, the video dealt with people in your circle when you decide to make healthy choices, and people that are around you, family and friends, that criticize you for eating healthy. And we see this a lot. People encounter this a lot. It's something that I see a lot of. You get resistance from people that you wouldn't expect it from family members, from friends. And how do you handle that criticism and that resistance?
Yeah, you're right. One of the great parts about being in My Health 90 is we do give daily coaching and motivation. And I did give one yesterday because a lot of our members are going through it. So I gave them the 7 ways to deal with critics, health critics. Now, obviously, I don't have time to do that today. I can give you 1 or 2 tips. Look, Mike, you got to first understand why people are criticizing your healthy living. I get criticized by my friends all the time. Like the amount of juice jokes that come my way, they're
Yeah,
comical. Like, literally everywhere I go, I've got friends that are joking, family that are joking about juice. Like, I'll maybe go to a family, go home to Michigan, and they'll, I'll say, okay, we'll get together Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. And, they were like, well, hey, we're going to have steaks, but maybe we can juice it. I'm like, sometimes, depending on what family member it is, I'll be like, yeah, you enjoy the steak, I will juice. I'll bring some stuff and I'll juice, all good. Like sometimes, Mike, here's the deal though. Again, you got to understand the type of breakthrough I've had with this. I straight up don't care. When I say I don't care, I literally don't care. Meaning, I don't care anymore if my healthy lifestyle makes people feel uncomfortable or makes them feel, because here's why people do it. There's only one reason why people criticize you for living healthy, and that's because they feel guilty, they feel convicted. Your healthy lifestyle makes them feel uncomfortable. They don't have the discipline to do what you do, so they tear you down. They try to make sarcastic jokes. They try to, say things, to put you down. And, and it's funny because a lot of our people in My Health 90 are losing like 30 pounds and, they're juicing, and people are like, I heard juicing was bad for you. Who would even repeat that? How could, you ready for this? How could somebody stop drinking Coke and juice the likes of kale and grapes and, spinach and strawberry? How could that be bad for somebody? Like who even, like, to me, I almost want to say that is the stupidest thing you've ever said. Like, I literally almost want to say that if I hear that. I almost want to make them feel so stupid for saying it because it's the stupidest thing you could say. But here it is. You ready for this? I'll give you a little fuel for success. Give me today. Since we were a little late, I decided to give Mike a little extra time this morning since it was his birthday. So, So here's the deal. Look.
Yeah, so the extra stress was my birthday gift. Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Exactly. Happy birthday. Hey, that's the least I can do for you, my friend. I feel like you need it because it's going to make you stronger,
Stress drives me.
So Mike texts me today and he's like, hey, can I have birthday cake? No. It's my birthday. So suck it up. Choose, right? No, that's a real friend, right? So here's the deal. You have to somehow get more enthusiastic than they are critical. And that was what I was teaching our people yesterday is, hey, they're critical, but you've got to raise your level of enthusiasm higher. I don't pout when people criticize my healthy lifestyle. When people make comments that I don't like, I don't pout. I get more enthusiastic. That's why you're seeing so many pictures on my Instagram lately of salads and juice, because one of my friends, said, bro, I just, eating salads and juicing all the time is not healthy. You got to have meat. So now I'm purposely, doing more salads and juices on my Instagram just to show them your statement doesn't affect me. Because A, you don't know what you're talking about. B,
Right.
Most of the meat you're eating is going to give you cancer. C, I do believe we need protein. But believe me, I get plenty of protein, and I do eat meat in moderation. It's not the kind of meat you eat. All that red meat stuff. Look at Pacey's story, dude. Pacey has not eaten red meat in three weeks. She's been juicing, eating clean because she's been in My Health 90. No red meat in My Health 90 at all. And she had a little bit of beef, I think, on her moderation day and some chili. And, bro, her whole body was aching. Literally, didn't have no pain in her body for 3 weeks. The one day she eats red meat, her body's aching. There's some stuff to that. So that's a long answer to that. What would you say, Mike?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, Tommy, thanks for putting the link up. If you haven't seen that Juice Weasel thing by Jim Carrey, it's hilarious. It does poke fun at juicing a little bit, but here's two things I would say. One is have a sense of humor, okay? Listen, understand that, people are going to, I think that, and this isn't our relationship day, but one thing that I will say is that be careful with humor because it's a powerful thing. But a lot of times, in the name of humor, we destroy relationships. But anyway, uh, have a sense of humor. The one thing that I would say, and the other thing is that I like what you said, Matt, about being overcome it with enthusiasm. And Tommy, that's my answer to your question up there. How about when family members are staying in your home for a week? The one thing that I don't even talk about weight loss and stuff as much as I talk about energy level,
Yeah,
and because nobody can argue with energy level. I mean, who doesn't want more energy
yeah,
and get more done, do it better with more clarity, all those things. And I'm like, it hit me yesterday, and I posted on my social media, like, the day before my 45th birthday, yes, I crushed my cardio, but on the other hand, I've got more energy than I did 10 years ago. I can think clearer, I can work longer, and all of the peripheral things that go along with that you let your imagination run wild. I mean, like every part of my life is more fulfilling because I have more energy, and so let that enthusiasm bleed over. The other thing that there's this critics oftentimes are very vocal, and you'll have critics, and then quietly, like for every critic, 10 people will be watching what you're doing and begin to do it with you. And I just had a sort of a revelation about this just yesterday. I got a text fairly late last night from someone I totally didn't expect, a man of God that I respect in our district here, sent me a picture of his juice that he just did, and I'm like, you're kidding me. And so you can have an impact on the people around you by exhibiting that healthy lifestyle. Ignore the critics. Understand that for every critic, there's 10 people that are behind you quietly.
yeah. Yeah, and do have a good sense of humor. I don't take stuff personal anymore, Mike. I really don't. Like, I really don't. I can honestly say this. They got these forums nowadays, and it's usually a lot of overweight preachers that are sitting there all day just sitting on these forums. I'm like, who has time for that, right? But anyways, and literally about once a week, I'll have a friend out there that'll be like, "Man, you got to see what they're saying about you in these forums, man. It's bad." And never once in the history of forums have I ever gone on to look to see what they were saying because I don't care. In other words, you got to get to the place where it doesn't bother you, and that's what I'm trying to coach you and teach you is when you break through mentally where it doesn't bother you anymore, then you can laugh and have a good sense of humor and realize, that's funny. They tell me, oh, we're juicing steaks. Like, hey, I'm getting like I've had people literally send me a picture of a cheeseburger and fries. Say, don't worry, I'm juicing it, and I just, I'll chuckle. It don't bother me. I'm like, first of all, that would be nasty. You know what I'm saying? If I actually would encourage you to eat that. Don't juice it because it would be sick.
Yeah, cheeseburger and fries through a steak, or through a straw. I mean, sorry, I'm mixing my metaphors. Uh, Christy's asking about something. I'm not terribly familiar with this specific thing. She's asking about foot detox soaps or foot detox pads. And I don't know if you have any experience with these, Matt. I do know that your skin is the largest organ of your body, and it takes in toxins, and it also excretes toxins. And so soaks in general are a good idea for a detox. And but at the same time, remember that everything that touches your skin, like every lotion and every even if you shower and bathe in chlorinated water, your body's absorbing things, and we sometimes don't think about how much chemicals pass through our skin on a daily basis. So that's one thing I would say. Do you have any specific information on this, Matt?
Christy, I have done very little study on this. Again, this is what I love about health is there's so much to explore that I'm okay with exploring it. Would I do a foot detox soap thing? Yeah. Would I put it on Instagram? Probably not. Me. I don't want my guy to be like, yo, that's a little too far there. I just trying to vision a tweet. Just soaking my feet, doing a little foot detox. You know what I'm saying? My guy friends might be like, okay, I'm okay with the juicing, but the foot detox. But no, actually, believe it or not, Christy, I've heard very positive things, and I heard it was actually a good thing to do. And I just had a friend of mine recently do it, and she said it was awesome. But she did say, she goes, I don't really feel that big of a difference. But understand, a lot of times with health, you're not always going to feel immediate difference, and that's what a lot of people misunderstand. They think that, okay, I'm going to juice, and then, I'm not going to get headaches. I'm not going to feel tired. No, no, no. When you juice for the first time, like what I tell people in our first week of My Health 90, it's pretty much hell for people because there's headaches, there's mood swings, people are throwing things. It's because we they're detoxing, they're changing their life, they're saying no to potato chips and cokes, and now they're juicing and eating clean, and so there's all these mood swings. You just got to go through it. That's all there is to it.
Right. I would also say this, that there's a lot of noise, especially on the internet, about detox and a lot of different things about, and I my personal opinion, and this is just an opinion, and again, Matt and I are not doctors. We just give health advice, and from our own experience, and my sort of outlook on detox is that really, if you eliminate toxic substances from your diet, and take in plenty of water, and also exercise and stretch, because stretching is important, as the tissues in your joints and your body need to be stretched in order to begin to release toxins. A lot of times we have inflammation and mucus buildup in our systems, in our bodies, and all of those sort of things. And stretching helps to do that. And I agree 100%, Lance. That is an excellent book, Clean, by Dr. Alejandro Junger, which is a great read for anyone that's interested in detoxing. Yeah.
Well, as you were talking about detox and stretching, look, I don't want to get too graphic, but you need to be having bowel movements. I'm such a believer in bowel movements that I'm not kidding. They're literally almost like a celebration. I almost feel like giving our My Health 90 people reward points for a bowel movement, because they're so good for you that, like, look, man, you should be making it a priority. Yeah, massages. That's exactly right. I was going to tell you that, Anthony. Very good for breaking up toxins, especially if you drink water afterwards. So, the fact that, if you're not pooping at least 3 to 4 times a day, you're not living a healthy lifestyle. I mean, literally, you have got to make it a priority to live a healthy lifestyle to the degree that you're having regular, daily. When I mean regular, I'm talking about daily. And Mike, some of the causes of headaches and actually some of the causes of irritability and moods is actually because of a lack of having regular bowel movements. And we should do a whole show about this, because really, the more I'm studying it, I really believe this is why some people are getting diseases, is because they're not detoxifying their body and they're not having bowel movements. And actually, they're very, very healthy.
Hey, because it's my birthday and I love our people, I want to give everyone a link. And my friend Dr. Charles Sefcik, who's been on the show before, he's brilliant. He knows a lot. And I think a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, we wrote a series of articles called The Magnificent Seven. And I'm just going to give you the link to that real quick. And the 7 things are: eat right, drink right, move right, sleep right, talk right, think right, and poop right. And he's right in line with everything that Matt and I believe. And this is a great series of articles that talk about living a healthy lifestyle and things of that nature. So take a look at that. And especially I like, and the reason I thought of it is number 7, which is poop right, is a great read. So check out those articles, and probably want to follow him on social media as well. He's a brilliant chiropractor.
Him on the show again. Actually, he was a good host.
Yeah, I do. We do, definitely. I'll reach out to him. I wasn't ignoring you, Matt. I was looking up a link.
I don't know what you're referring to. Are you having a moment over there, Mike?
I'm
What's
having
going
a
on?
moment. Here, I need my
We will
my
talk
brain
about
cell.
fasting. Next week I'll probably spend the first 10 minutes interviewing Mike about his juice fast. In fact, we're probably going to do this from My Health 90 as well because, Mike, I do believe there's certain times when people need to do a juice fast. And, like the guy I'm fast sick, nearly dead, literally 60 days of juicing. And look
Yeah.
at the results in his life. So sometimes, not always, sometimes extreme is the only way to go in some people's cases. And maybe we'll deal with that in our next show next week. But hey, here's the good
Yeah.
news about Fuel for Success is we're here every single Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can ask questions. You ask questions, and we'll definitely do our best to answer them and give you as great of an answer as we can. If we don't know the answer, we'll be honest and tell you we don't know. I like Tommy's comment right here. So Mike, what are you going to name this show? Is the word poop going to be in it, my friend?
See what I can come up with.
5 ways you need to poop. Anyways, hey,
Get
we've had a
rewards for
great
pooping.
time. Any other questions, Mike, that's come in that I wasn't aware of? If not, we'll let people go because it is your birthday. What are you going to do today? Anything special?
Gonna work my face off, and I think there's a 5-year-old girl in our church who shares my birthday. We may meet them for dinner tonight, but I'll make healthy choices.
All right, send us a picture. That's the next
All
level of what Mike and I are getting ready to do in My Health 90 is we're having all of our health members through our app that'll be coming out. They're going to be sending pictures of what they eat. You talk about next level of accountability, my friend. That's when you really got to step it up.
Hey, look, the app's almost done. Y'all have no idea. You're not ready.
Well,
It's gonna be
yeah,
crazy.
no idea. Do you know what's funny is people, this is the nature of humanity. Hey, what'd you have for dinner tonight? Oh, I had turkey and broccoli. You're like, man, that's awesome. What they didn't tell you is that it was turkey on a white bread sandwich and it was broccoli and cheese. That's how humanity works. They fluff, right? All humans fluff, but you need coaches that don't let you fluff. Yeah, you had turkey, did you? And you had broccoli, right? But you had a turkey sandwich and you had broccoli with cheese, right? Say, Caleb, what'd you have for lunch yesterday? I had vegetables and protein. Oh, really? You mean like
That's vague.
French fries and cheeseburger? Don't be the kind of person that justifies or fluffs, my friend. You can fluff anything.
That's good. Just real quick, Anthony was asking how long it takes to detox. I think that varies a lot from person to person, depending how long it's been since you've detoxed and what your lifestyle is. Remember that we take in toxins everywhere in our life, the air we breathe, the water that we bathe in, to our shampoos, depending on, all kinds of stuff. So not just the food we eat. And of course, the food we eat is one of the biggest contributors, but there's a lot of variability there. And real quick, Sherry was asking about detoxing of taking medication. That's a tough one. Depends on the medication.
I will say this, and a right proper detox can actually help people get off medication because, that medication jacks people. Mike is right. Depends on what the medication is. But
Yeah.
dude, I'm a little more on the radical side in that, I hate medicine. I respect it when it's needed, but 90% of the time it's not needed. In the extreme cases, I get it. I respect it.
Yeah.
Thank God for it. But most of the time, medicine is actually doing damage to our body. You know what's scary, Mike? You know what's scary is the medicines that have the warnings that say just letting you know that this could cause side effects, and the side effects are like hearing loss. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
time out. Wait a minute. This medicine that I'm about to take could cause hearing loss, right? Have you ever seen that on a package of kale? Hey, warning. Eating this kale or juicing this kale could cause you to lose your eyesight. You know what I'm saying? Warning, mood swings may occur. Depression may occur. you eat these carrots and apple juice, depression may occur. And I know I probably shouldn't open that can of worms because really we could dive into a whole show just about medicine. I'm a little more on the radical side in that I'm not cool with how quickly people turn to medicine rather than healthy lifestyle. But Mike, forgive me because we should have that's a whole show discussion, correct?
That is a whole show, and we should actually get Dr. Charles on and talk about medication. America is the most over medicated group of people on the planet. Like 80 to 90, I forget the exact statistic, but it's ridiculous. And 80 to 90% of all the pharmaceuticals consumed worldwide are in America. So
Scary.
it's insane.
Dr. Schultz, this is how bad it is. Dr. Schultz is someone that I've studied who is a radical against medicine. Dude, he's had death threats by people in the medical field because of his teachings against medicine. Is that crazy?
That is crazy. There's big money in that, though.
Absolutely.
I was going to try to put Charlie's link up here, but I don't have it.
I did it. Oh, you mean to his name? Okay. Hey, thanks for being with us, guys. Thanks for being flexible on the little bit delay today. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for our talk show, Fuel for Success. And until then, you guys enjoy your day. Stay connected. And listen, if you are not a member of My Health 90, it is the simplest, easiest. It's not a diet. It is a daily coaching, motivation, and accountability to help you create healthy lifestyles and healthy choices. And go to the website, myhealth90.com. And even if you don't need to lose weight, it'd still be good for you because we're going to train you how to be healthy. Don't forget, don't follow the illusion that just because you're skinny, you're healthy. You got to be a healthy person. You get one life, one body. Take the best care of your body as you can. All right? We'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 9:30. God bless you, my friends.
Have an awesome Tuesday, everyone.